Welcome to this guided meditation, a sacred journey into the past to uncover and heal the roots of emotional wounds and repeating patterns. Through this past life regression, we will gently explore memories and experiences from other lifetimes, bringing understanding, healing, and freedom to your present self. This journey is a safe and empowering process. You are always in control, and you will only experience what you are ready to see and heal. Together, we'll shine light on any unresolved emotions or patterns from your past lives, releasing them with love and compassion so you can move forward with clarity and peace. My name is Vicki Martin. This is a past life regression, and it's called the Labyrinth. Thank you for joining me today. When listening to a hypnosis recording, do so in a safe place, preferably where you will not be disturbed for the duration of this recording. Never listen to recordings or practice self-hypnosis while driving in a car, operating machinery, or doing anything else that requires your attention for safety reasons. Now allow your eyes to close and take a deep breath in. A calm breath in, and slowly exhale. With each breath, allow your body to become heavier, your mind to become quieter, and your heart to open to the wisdom of your soul. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, feel yourself beginning to drift into a state of relaxation. Whenever you want to, you can close your eyes if you have not, or if you wish to keep them open. But most people feel more relaxed and more comfortable with their eyes closed. It is really just a matter of allowing yourself to be as comfortable as you have ever imagined that you could be. And if you know exactly how to find the most comfortable position for your body, and the most comfortable place in your mind, just as you are beginning to, even now, while you're just listening to the sound of my voice, and perhaps you can notice how your breathing is becoming easier and calmer too. And that sense of comfort and that awareness of easiness now can form as much relaxation as you choose for yourself to help you find the most comfortable place you have ever been to. And as you begin to find yourself becoming more and more comfortable and at ease inside yourself, you begin to think of often times in the past where you may have felt like that. Perhaps, maybe times when you have experienced some other sort of feeling, and it seems to you as if somehow you are looking back along a line of time, and after a while, you can see that you are looking back at not just one line, but lots of lines. And you gradually realize that there are lines of times that everybody that ever crossed over yours. And you can see that where they crossed, they created a tiny sparkle of light. A huge mosaic of different colored sparkles of light, where people have touched your life, and it seems to you that some of these sparkles of light are brighter than others. And even though they somehow seem to be a long way off, and some are faint, that you can only just make them out. Tiny fragments of times in the past where somebody has touched your life with theirs, leaving just that little reminder of colored lights. And as you study that mosaic of colors, oranges and yellows, tiny pinpoints of blues and greens, and sometimes white, and maybe small pools of deep reds and blues that sometimes overlap each other, creating wondrous deep purples that seem to have a very special feel as you look at them, and it gradually dawns on you that those sparkles of light are actually memories, or perhaps parts of memories. Some of them may be from yesterday, some of them from a long time ago, and some of them from just a little short while ago. But those that seem so far off in the distance, and yet some of those are so bright that you can see them very clearly, as if they were only yesterday. And somehow this realization allows you to go even deeper, so that you can see more and more clearly now. It's not long before you begin to notice that some of those lines of time where other people have touched your life stay very close to your own. Sometimes crossing over, sometimes just running along the side, even though they seem to be of a slightly different quality from your own, heavier, maybe, or lighter, or perhaps thinner, or darker, or brighter. And as you wonder what it all means, you become aware that they are yet others that after they have crossed over, you seem to disappear into the distance, so far away that you like a new sight of them. And yet you know that they are still there somewhere, maybe going in the same direction as yours, but a long, long, long ways away. or perhaps going in a totally different direction from yours. And then you realize somehow that some of those who have moved away so far away came back to cross over your line again and again, to leave another sparkle of light that may be the same the last time that they touched your light, or perhaps quite a different this time. It is just as you realize that some of those lines crisscross with yours quite often, and then some of them you just never ever seen them again. As you realize this, you wonder if you have left a sparkle of light on the lives of those others, and it suddenly seems to you that you must have done so because you touched their lives when they touched yours. And in some way, even if they didn't seem so special at that time, and each of those sparkles of light are some parts of memories of all sorts of things, and you just know that the brightness of those lights and where some of those most important things in life happened, and just as that always comes to you, you notice that there are some lights that are really not a part of anybody else's lines but yours. Fragments of memories that only you know about. Maybe a memory of a secret thought that there was never any need to tell, or maybe that was just too uncomfortable to tell. A feeling maybe, or simply something that you wondered about one time, even though you simply cannot bring those things to mind right now. And that's okay. That's okay. Because you know that they are there just the same as they are on everyone else's line of time too. And then you notice something else. You notice that sometimes as you look at those sparkles of light, they seem to start flashing on and off, some very quickly, some just slowly, and this fascinates you. And you start to scan around them until that mosaic of lights on that timeline of your mind is alive, with an energy that seems somehow so familiar to you. And you allow yourself to just be aware of that energy for a moment or two. And now just take a slow, deep breath and allow yourself to reflect upon the interesting fact that the air that you breathe have been on Earth for millions of years. And some scientists say that within every breath, there is at least one molecule that was breathed by an ancient hero or slave, maybe a hermit or a beggar, or just somebody owning a store, living in a fine house in a foreign land many, many, many years ago. And as you ponder on that thought, you can allow yourself to go as deep as you want to go. And I don't know if you'll ever go deep immediately, or if you'll just take some time, because it's up to you what you decide. And while you are going deeper, I wonder if you can think about your third eye. Your third eye, which is immediately behind the middle of your forehead. Some people, they say that the third eye is the key to all magical things in the mind, an energy center. And although you may not have realized it, there is a special color associated with that third eye. A beautiful, deep indigo blue. And it may be that you can see that color in your mind's eye right now. But if you can't, then that's fine. Because you see it later on, or maybe you just somehow become aware of it some other way. And that is beautiful. But to understand, it is a deep, beautiful indigo blue. So just let your thoughts just drift down, down, down towards your throat. And there in your throat, there is an energy center. And that energy center, that is to do with truth and knowledge. Truth and knowledge. And the color that is associated with that particular energy center, that color is a sky blue. A blue that is pure as the truth that you seek. And maybe you can see that blue color, or perhaps you're just beginning to find that deep indigo just now. Whatever you find, it's exactly what you should be finding. And there is no need to try to make anything happen, because what should happen for you today will happen exactly when it is supposed to. And the drifting further down through your body now to another place. We are now drifting down, a little further down. And this time, we will see, if you can, another color. And that color is green. Although sometimes it's pink. And whatever feels best to you is absolutely right for you. Even if you cannot exactly see that color or any colors at that moment, this is the place associated with love. And love in all its wonderful forms. Love of others. Love of yourself. An all-encompassing love that is pure as the blue of truth. Now let's go deeper. Let's go even deeper now. And just drifting down, 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 deeper and deeper. Just moving easily into the next energy center of your physical body. And this energy center of your thoughts and feelings about the part of you that is self. It is the place where you find these gut feelings that are sometimes so powerful because wherever you feel there is absolutely perfect for you, even though you may sometimes not listen to these instincts. And these centers are yellow. This color is a luminous, bright yellow. And even as you marvel at all that you are finding, being able to go still deeper now, you're pausing for a moment, maybe even two, and in your mind of another place, your center of balance in life, the balance that helps you to accept things when you need to let go of conflict. And there is a wonderful orange color here. A beautiful orange color that seems to just take over you. And just as you know everything to do with you finding the perfect balance in you, in your perfect balance of your life, you know somehow that you are soon about to find a very special place in your mind, in your body now. And as you drift down to the area that connects you to the earth and all the energies of the earth, this special place is associated with the deep red color. And as you become aware of the basic energy of life that is here, you can feel that energy just beginning to fill your whole body. And there's a sense of something very special happening now. A special feeling of being about to find the real you. The real you that has existed since the beginning of time itself. It is as if the ancient energy from those different places in your body is somehow combining within the very essence of you. A combination of these energies that is almost but not quite as complete as it ever could be. Even if you wonder, what else is it that you could possibly need? You find yourself observing this deep red and feeling the sheer power of it. And then being able to somehow carry that power up into the orange that represents the balance, carrying that power into balance so that they can work together, and then bringing it up without the yellow of intuition and on towards the green or the pink of unconditional love, and then on to the blending so smoothly with the pure blue of the sky that it is surrounded now by the earth for all time. And there is a sudden awareness of that beautiful deep indigo that you found in the beginning. And you somehow know that there is just one step to go before you can find a true freedom to travel through space and time. And even as you become aware of that fact, you found a sensation of drifting out through a wonderful white light of energy center in your body, and that is at the very top of your head that allows you to connect with all the very much universe itself. You feel yourself becoming an actual part of the wonderful white light, becoming part of the universe. And there is suddenly a sense of being completely free, freer than you have ever felt at any time before, as if your very own essence is free of all the restraints. And all in that same moment, you realize that you are connected to the universe itself with a fine golden thread. A golden thread that you know is there to keep you safe wherever you go. A golden thread that would always return you to the place where you exist in your current life, whenever or wherever you want to. You begin to travel through space and time at first, and with the sensation that you may be rushing along at a beatnik of speed. And then soon there is another feeling, a feeling that everything has become so still and tranquil and quiet, completely without any sense of time, as if you may have now become suspended there for an eternity of an age. Or just perhaps for the merest blinking of an eye, or maybe for 1,000 years or more, a wonderful sensation of being suspended timelessly in the white light of the universe, where just for a time being nothing matters. Everything is exactly the way it should be. And you realize that you can also stay here for as long as you wish. But there is also a feeling that there is something special that you want to go to, a place that may have been once before you, yet you cannot truly remember, an irresistible feeling that you have to continue your journey, and it is as if you thought itself started something in motion, a soft and gentle movement that you cannot even be sure of. It's forward or backwards or up or down or any direction at all, but you know that it is absolutely the right thing to be happening. And although you are not really sure how it happened, you become aware that you are entering a magical labyrinth, a magical maze that your spirit has known about forever, and which seems somehow so familiar. You realize that you may be in a maze of huge tunnels so high that there are clouds at the top of them, and you even can see a rainbow when you glance around. You may even see stars, beautiful fields, countryside. This magical labyrinth can be anywhere you want it to be. And there's a beautiful soft light that seems to be just surrounding you, as if it's actually part of the labyrinth itself. You have no idea which way you're supposed to travel, and you realize that you can choose only one or many directions you wish. And this realization fills you with the sense of confidence that you decide that it is time to continue on this journey. And as soon as you start to move, place in one lazy step in front of the other, as if you are being guided in some way. You can see colors all around you, and with the sense of comfort and joy, you recognize them as the exact colors you saw on your way to this place, the colors of your energy centers, and it gradually begins to dawn on you that the colors are like signposts, and they can direct you, if you want them to a time, to a place where you will discover a truth perhaps, or maybe the answers to a problem or difficulty. You can follow them if you want to, though you don't have to. But if you want to, you can just choose which color to follow. White to help you find your true direction in life. Indigo to show your real truth and values. Pure blue of the sky to help you find willpower and control yourself. The green or pink that you may find is the source of all of your emotional pain. Yellow for anything to do with self-belief and absolute faith in all that you can do. Orange for all that is concerning with sex and mortality, money, control, and creativity. And red for basic instincts like pleasure and pain, survival, insecurity. Maybe you hesitate for a while. You would like to improve or enhance. It doesn't matter. If you can't remember what the colors stand for, because your subconscious knows and will only let you take a path that is absolutely right for you. And even as you think about that, you realize that there is another direction you can choose if you wish. One that actually seems to have no distinct color at all, and yet seems to have part of all of them. And even if you think about that, you realize that there is another direction you can choose if you wish. One that actually seems to have no distinct color at all, yet seems to have part of all of them in a direction for when you're not really looking for any particular thing at all, but you would like to discover a truth, even one that may surprise you, a journey that may bring you joy, or perhaps a new understanding of something that happens in your current life. Or it may be that you don't really want to follow any of the colors at all. And instead you think for a moment about what you want to find and what you want to happen while you are in this timeless place. Suddenly, it is as if you know exactly the way you have to travel. It's not like walking anymore. It's more like floating somehow, attached to that golden thread And you know you will always be carried back to your current life immediately if you want to. You only have to want that to happen, and it will happen, taking you through time and the universe to your current life. But right now, you're happy to continue on your journey as you realize that you are traveling to somewhere special, somewhere you have never been before. But you have been there where you maybe find a problem to solve, perhaps just something to observe and to understand, to make sense in some way. You drift through this labyrinth, noticing that everything and the colors that are there, the light is there, and the very sensations of everything are beginning to blur into just one feeling, a sense of being you, the true essence of you, as if you are surrounded and suspended in a timeless mist that is made up of everything that has ever been part of you. And even if you realize this, the mist begins to clear slowly at first, and then disappearing as if swept away by the chantilliness of the breeze. You look around you and you find suddenly a realization of who you are, where you are, and why you are here. I want you to now tell me all the impressions that come to mind. If they are feelings, if they are things that you can see, maybe things that you can actually hear, feel, touch. I want you to remember these things and write them down in a journal or a piece of paper when you wake up. Just make a point now to remember these thoughts. Write down anything that comes to your mind. You hesitate for a little while longer, letting your mind pass through the things in your current life that you would like to. And as you are now being pulled into a time, you're pulled into a core of who you are. And you take a nice, deep breath. And you start walking ahead of you because there is a stream, a fresh water stream that has clean water flowing through it. And the water seems so good, just trickling, trickling, trickling. So it looks so good. And you are now so thirsty. So you dip your fingers in the water and you decide to taste the water. And after you taste this water, you start walking now down the path to a door, and you open this door. Once you approach this door, turn the handle and push open the door. And right there before you is a staircase. And this staircase has steps going down. I'm going to count 5 to 1, and you will feel 10 times more relaxed and 10 times deeper 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you enter through a door. Where are you? What is happening? Can you become aware of what is happening? How old are you? Any emotions coming out that is linked to the repeating pattern that is reoccurring now in your life? You are in a safe place. Any emotions that you may feel, they're just experiences. Just let them out. You are only observing. You are not really feeling any of these emotions, but just become aware that they are these emotions. What is your role in this scene? Who else is there? Do you recognize anybody with you? What is the feeling you are getting? Let's go to the next scene that is significant in your life, that is so important from this place. 3, 2, 1. You are there now. Step through that scene. How old are you? What is playing out now? What is different than before? Who is around you? Do you recognize anybody? What is happening? How is your life playing out? Now I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going over to another scene now. You're going to a completely different scene, and you're there now. You're being there now. We've moved ahead to the very last few moments in this lifetime. Knowing if you need to, you can now just be the observer. You're just being the observer. What is causing this to happen? What is the reason to be the last few moments of this lifetime? How old are you? Was there anything significant that you can remember that is repeating now in this lifetime? Let's move forward to a few moments after the passing of that life. Was there anything you regret? Anything you felt left undone. I'm going to count to 3, so we'll be moving. 1, 2, 3. So moving. 1, 2, moving through this time to 3. And now, the few moments after passing of that life, and just because becoming aware of where you are and in relation to that body. As you look down on the body, you are becoming aware what would be the thoughts and feelings at that end of that lifetime. Were there any souls in that lifetime that maybe are in your lifetime now? Do you recognize anybody that you know as friends or family or loved ones? What was the impact that they had on you? Were there any promises or any contracts? Perhaps there were promises you made that are no longer relevant to you in this lifetime. And if that is the case, let's imagine them now all written out on a piece of paper. Look at that piece of paper with all of those contracts written out. Hold that piece of paper up. And now rip up that paper to the tiniest pieces. And you're going to put it in a little fire bowl. And now you're going to light up that paper and burn up the contracts. Because it's no longer important. It's no longer going to be relevant to your life now. Whereabouts does it feel any of its residue? Any of its residue energy in your physical body now, today? And just become aware of what you need to do to heal and let go of all that residue of energy. Give yourself a moment to do that now. As you look back, what did you need to do to heal the events from this lifetime? Were there any people that you need to forgive? Or any people to forgive you? Can you now tell them that they are now forgiven? Tell them that you love them. Tell them that you're sorry. And thank them. Can we now forgive you from them at this space of time? Some forgiveness or expression you need to do that can follow on from this point of time. Allow yourself a moment to do that now. Just breathe it in. Breathe it in. Let it all go now. And allow yourself some space to forgive. And if that all feels complete, I'm going to take a deep breath and start counting to move forward. I want you to remember everything that's happened, and you are going to record it in a journal or on some paper after you wake up. I want you to tell me all the impressions that come to mind when you write down your notes. If they are feelings or things that you can see, maybe things that you can actually hear or feel. Feel, touch, record anything about them as they come to your mind when you wake up. And now you can begin to return back to your current life with that special knowledge that you have gained now today. A knowledge that will become more profound with each and every passing moment. And you can just find that thread now and begin to follow it back so that as I count from 1 to 10, you can gradually come back to this place. Come back to the eve of the new year, whatever date or time it is for you now as it can be. And when I get to 10, you can open your eyes and feel wonderful. Oh, how wonderful will that feel? It feels so wonderful. 9, 8, you're starting to feel like you're back in your body. 7, starting to be in the space and time. 6, starting to feel like you're back in your body. 5, 4, you're feeling the energy running through your body more and more. More weight, more heaviness back into your body. Move your fingers and toes. 3, you can feel the energy start flowing through your body. 2, you're beginning to come back now. And 1, you're feeling so good. You're feeling good. And you're about to now wake up. 1, wake up. You are alert and you're going to remember everything from this session. You are in the present. You are ready to now release anything that no longer is to be with you. You release the past. You are feeling good, and you are now to be awake. You are alert, and you're going to remember everything from this session. You're in the present moment now. So go and take that piece of paper, take your journal, and just start writing. And if you cannot remember what you're supposed to write, just start writing. Just write. And just allow the subconscious to take over. Thank you for joining me. And I look forward to you joining me again in meditation. Now go get your soulmate and dump the rest.